Hello everyone. This is my video on how to make your own Bendini circuit. Now I've seen several videos on the internet, but I'm making this one because they really didn't go into detail and they were a little vague. So ultimately this video is going to show you the parts that you need and then how to put it together. And then another video will actually show you the actual wiring, but this video here is going to show you how to make this Bendini circuit. Okay? So the first thing you're going to need is you're going to need these basically diodes. You've got a IN4001 silicone diode, and you also have an IN4005 rectifier diode. Now this rectifier diode can also be an IN4007, but if you cannot find it, the IN4005 works. It's just a little bit lower voltage and it seems to not to have any problem. So if you can't find it, you can use the IN4005, no problem. Okay, once you've got those, you're also going to need your transistor, and this is a 2N3055 type transistor. It's an NPN silicon, and this is what it looks like. Okay, and you can get this at Radio Shack. Okay, also what you're going to need is you're going to need a potentiometer, and this one is a 5K linear taper potentiometer, and this is rated for up to 500 volt DC and half watt. Okay, so that's what you can pick up, and also 470 ohm resistors. These are half watt 470 ohm resistors, and one pack. I like to use several in parallel, and this helps diverse the load just in case one of these do fail. You'll still have resistance, and I'll show you that in a second. And so that's basically it, ladies and gentlemen. You need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 parts makes up the whole Bendini circuit. So that kind of makes it a little simpler. So now you know you need 5 pieces to make this circuit. And it's really simple, okay? First of all, you have the potentiometer, okay? And you have 3 prongs off the potentiometer. We can name this 1, 2, and 3. What you're going to do is you're going to make 3 of these resistors, which basically you're going to take them and you're going to put them together, you're going to twist the ends, and you're going to solder both ends. Boom. Now you have a tri-resistor. Okay, and what happens is this resistor fails, the resistance will still, the electronics has a path of going either way. It just depends of what's going on. So just a little redundancy. You can use this one, but if it fails, there goes your Bendini circuit. So nice to put just a little redundancy in it. Okay, so what we've done here is you're going to solder to number 2 and 3 your 3 resistors. Okay, once those are soldered, you're going to actually, this is a little bit tricky and I'm going to explain it. It's pretty easy. Okay, you're going to take your diode and you're going to solder your diode to both your emitter and your base. And you'll notice on this diode there's going to be a little white band which indicates the way that the current flows and cannot go the other way. You notice these little prongs, they're a little bit lower toward the bottom of this shell, and that indicates which is the base, which is the emitter. This hard shell is the collector. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this diode and you're going to solder it to both these posts. You're also going to solder these resistors also to this post. So when it's done, it's going to look just like this. So you could use this as a reference and know that if you don't have it wired this way and you go to plug it in, you're going to burn out this transistor. A lot of times you'll have this flipped around, you might have this flipped around, you probably have these resistors hooked up to this side. Ultimately that's why they don't work. So I want you to take a really good look at it and see these prongs are lower than center. If this was center, these prongs are a little bit lower. So that's how you can tell which direction you want this to be. And ultimately, when you're finished, you're going to be able to read the writing, that's the right side up, with the potentiometer. So if these aren't reading correct, you probably got it switched. Okay? So now you see the MOSFET, which is the transistor, 2N 3055, you see the resistors, you see the potentiometer. That part's easy. It's this that's a little tricky. And again, as long as you make sure that you solder it correctly, you're good to go. Now again, thank you for watching the video. If you have any other questions, you can email me. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Bendini circuit.